Lu Sheng grabbed Tang Ji tightly by the head and began to gaze towards the ground in silence. The eyes of poor Tang Ji filled with fear. He started to sweat and couldn't help but panic, knowing that he was in danger. Tang Ji closed his eyes and prepared for the worst, just before Lu Sheng could attack. Tang Ji handed over the bag of energy crystals, and his eyes widened in confusion and surprise. He couldn't understand what was happening. The marshals also took out their bags full of energy crystals. The southern marshal began to sweat, and his eyes widened with fear. He decided to hand over everything they had. The northern marshal started observing Lu Sheng in silence, and his jaw dropped. While on the other side, the attention of the western marshal fixed on our boy, and his eyes began to shine with seriousness. He also decided to give all the energy crystals he had to Lu Sheng. Lu Sheng's eyes, who was holding a bag of energy crystals, began to shine with joy, and a smile spread across his face. He started observing them and nodded his head, explaining that this should be more than enough. He used his power, making the energy crystals emerge from the warriors' bags and begin to move toward the giant energy crystal. While the energy crystal was shining intensely, Lu Sheng's attention was fixed on it, and his eyes widened with excitement as a joyful smile appeared on his face. He had finished warming up and now decided it was time to return. His eyes began to shine with determination as he gained momentum and jumped with a smile. The other warriors remained watching our boy in silence without saying a single word. He started flying quickly through the sky like an airplane. And his eyes expanded with confidence, knowing that this was going to be an unprecedented battle. For him, this was very exciting. Lu Sheng used his power and gradually began to distance himself from the warriors along with the energy. Everyone's attention was fixed on him. And instead of trying to stop him or confront him, no one moved a single finger, knowing they were no match for a monster like him. The warriors' eyes filled with fear and confusion. While some felt furious, others were in shock upon realizing that they were truly alive. They couldn't believe that all they had to do was hand over the energy crystals to survive. In an instant, Lu Sheng distanced himself from them. Dong Sheng's gaze fell on him, and his eyes filled with fear. For him, our boy was a monster. It was hard to imagine that someone at level 8 could be so powerful. Lu Sheng had not yet reached level 9 and was already capable of killing elite masters as if they were flies. He began to imagine Lu Sheng smiling, and with his eyes shining with malice. Dong Sheng could not help but swallow saliva and feel fear. His eyes widened in terror since for him this warrior could be compared to Lu Sheng. He closed his eyes and let out a sigh. After thinking about the matter many times, he finally understood how ridiculous his idea of challenging the world and proving his invincibility had been. Dong Sheng opened his eyes and with a sincere expression realized that in this world there were many people more talented than him. He began to imagine Lu Sheng. While our boy's eyes were shining, he gave Harold's nephew a strong kick in the chest, sending him flying. For Dong Sheng, it was a pity that Lu Sheng had not come since otherwise Harold's nephew would not have been so arrogant. Knowing that only a monster could defeat another, the jaw of the southern marshal dropped and his eyes widened in surprise. He could not help but feel somewhat confused upon seeing that Lu Sheng had left. The gaze of the northern marshal fixed on Lu Sheng. He was in shock upon seeing that our boy had left with all the energy crystals that the warriors had collected. His eyes filled with fear upon seeing that Harold had produced such a powerful monster. His eyes widened with rage, he clenched his teeth, and with a confident expression made it clear that if the future god of the army, Lu Sheng, were here, he could have faced this monster. The southern marshal turned to him, began to observe him in silence, and couldn't help but feel somewhat frustrated, knowing that he was right. With an angry expression, he clenched his teeth and made it clear that if the future god of the army were here, defeating Harold's nephew would be like hitting a dog for him. For him, no matter how strong Harold's nephew was, he could only boast in front of them and knew he wouldn't dare provoke a martial saint like Lu Sheng. The northern marshal approached him, placed his hand on his shoulder, began pointing at Lu Sheng with his thumb, and with a calm expression admitted that he was right. He revealed that before coming here he had already feared something would go wrong. Therefore, he had secretly hidden part of the energy crystals elsewhere, compared to those from whom Lu Sheng had stolen everything. They still had plenty. Upon hearing this, the southern marshal calmed down and began pondering in silence. The other warriors clenched their fists and began to walk around the area. The marshals had been lucky since almost all of them had taken a beating, but they had only suffered small scratches, which meant they were very lucky as they had managed to overcome the danger. They decided to go drink to celebrate. The sun was high in the sky, and somewhere on the island stood the Tower of Martial Saints. All the martial saints were in shock and surrounded Harold, asking if Lu Sheng was really his nephew and what was happening. Harold crossed his arms and did not respond. Cumberland's eyes widened with curiosity. He approached Harold, extended his hand, and with a suspicious expression asked what was wrong with his nephew. Upon hearing Cumberland's voice, Harold came out of his thoughts and with a serious expression began to turn around. The screen was showing the live images of our boy. With a smile he began to move towards the Martial Saints Tower. Everyone started watching attentively, and Cumberland made it clear that Lu Sheng had not reached level 9, but was more powerful than all the level 8 warriors. For him, this could no longer simply be described as talent. The attention of the martial saint wearing a hat fixed on Lu Sheng, with a sincere gaze, he explained that in the future, it was very likely that Lu Sheng could be on par with the martial saints. The attention of the martial saint with a beard was fixed on Harold. With a smile, he mocked Harold since it was difficult to imagine that a genius like Lu Sheng came from Harold's family. Harold did not fall into the trap and simply remained silent. Fiona's eyes widened with love. She approached her father, placed her hands on her chest, and with a joyful expression said that she wanted to marry this extraordinary genius. Cumberland's eyes filled with confusion. He began to observe his daughter in silence. Then he crossed his arms, closed his eyes, and explained that he still needed to evaluate Lu Sheng's character and personality, deciding to talk about it when he arrived. Fiona began to observe her father in silence with a surprised gaze. She joined her hands and closed her eyes, making a cheerful smile appear on her face. For her this was great. Lin Wanwan's attention was fixed on her mother. With a curious expression she told her mother that Tang Ji had not been able to resist even an attack from Harold's nephew. She could not believe that he had let everyone go alive. Zhang Yu crossed her arms and her attention was fixed on the screen. With a sincere gaze she revealed that if she had not seen it with her own eyes, she would not have believed that a genius of that caliber existed in the world. For her, he could be compared to that person. Her eyes began to shine with fear and surprise. She put her hands on her waist and sighed upon realizing that times had changed. More and more monsters were breaking the rules and surpassing their understanding, realizing that she was getting old. Lin Wanwan began to gaze at her mother and asked if she was talking about Lu Sheng. She had heard that in the past he had caught the attention of even the martial saint of Minjiu and had almost been accepted as his final disciple, asking if this was true. With a curious expression, Zhang Yu turned to her daughter and began to observe her in silence. Then her eyes began to shine, and her gaze fixed on Tan Jiu who was standing behind her with his arms behind his back. She explained to her daughter that Tan Jiu was known as the martial saint Minjiu, who had discovered many hidden talents in his life, but had ended up letting the brightest jewel of all slip away. Lu Sheng. With a smile, our boy began to move toward them, Tan Jiu's attention fixed on him. Zhang Yu knew very well that he must still be regretting it to his bones. Tan Jiu's eyes began to shine with rage, and his gaze fixed on Lu Sheng. The tournament was about to end, and after looting everyone, Lu Sheng stopped going after the energy crystals. In this way, the others resumed collecting energy crystals during the remaining time, but most of them had already been taken by Lu Sheng. After searching the bottom of the sea for several hours, the warriors only managed to collect a total of 132 kilograms, approximately 1/5 of what had been collected in previous tournaments. The martial saints gathered and began to chat among themselves, staring intently at the sea. Everyone started watching the screen in silence with a serious expression, knowing well that the real loot was in Lu Sheng's hands. But no matter how long they waited, he did not appear. Harold crossed his arms and began to think silently. The hooded martial saint approached him and, with a suspicious expression, asked if his nephew had broken the bracelet and fled, revealing that since he was Harold's family member, if something strange happened, he would have to take full responsibility. Harold remained silent, began to gaze at the ground, and could not help but feel somewhat furious, his eyes filled with rage and fear, causing sweat to appear on his face. He did not know why they were asking him this since he did not know either. Lu Sheng was a dragon who could not be provoked. If he really took all the energy crystals, he would not be able to do anything about it either. He thought he was dead since now everyone was convinced that Lu Sheng was his nephew, and if things got complicated, he feared that the martial saints would tear them apart alive. He began to pray for Lu Sheng to return quickly. Tan Zhongwu, who had his arms behind his back, began to observe the screen and with a serious expression revealed that Lu Sheng had arrived. Our boy, along with the giant energy crystal, began to move quickly toward them. Our boy's body was surrounded by a powerful energy and his eyes were filled with excitement. Several minutes later, he reached the shore of the island and, using his power, gently lowered the energy crystal onto the sand. Then he started to touch it and, with a confident expression, turned toward the martial saints. Making a smile appear on his face, the martial saint's eyes widened in surprise upon seeing such a large energy crystal. The presenter of the tournament, who was wearing glasses, approached Lu Sheng and while touching the energy crystal with his hand, with a smile revealed that he had collected a total of 545 kilos. The attention of all the martial saints was fixed on the crystal. They clenched their fists and could not help but feel joyful. Cumberland's eyes were filled with seriousness. He began to observe our boy and praised him for having collected this amount of energy crystals. He knew that this time the collection had reached between 500 and 600 kilograms, being 50% more than last time, which meant that the martial saints were going to receive a greater amount of energy crystals compared to the past. His eyes widened with joy and with a kind smile. He explained that Lu Sheng's excellence was undeniable. The final victory and glory belonged to him. He asked what his name was since he had the right to be remembered by everyone present. Fiona's eyes began to shine with love. She placed her hand over her chest and, with a joyful expression, she made it clear that Lu Sheng was the man she wanted to marry. Cumberland's attention focused on his daughter. He began observing her in silence, not knowing what to say. He revealed that only our boy had the right to take the brightest jewel of his family. Lu Sheng began to gaze at the ground in silence. The muscular martial saint crossed his arms and his eyes filled with rage, with his body trembling from hatred. He realized that in the future, he would advance without obstacles. The martial saint who wore a hat and a white mask clenched his fist and felt frustrated since when he reached the rank of Grandmaster, he had not been treated like that. With a smile, Lu Sheng addressed Cumberland with respect and explained that before revealing his name, he had a small doubt he would like to clarify. Our boy's eyes began to shine with confidence, and with an arrogant smile, he said that he wondered if the distinguished martial saints could answer it. Cumberland's eyes widened in confusion and curiosity. With a serious gaze, he began to stare at Lu Sheng and said that if he had a question, he could say it bluntly. Lu Sheng put his hand on his chest, lowered his head before him, and thanked him. It was beginning to get late, and after thinking for a bit, Lu Sheng decided to reveal his small doubt. Coldly, he asked how it was that the martial saints were so useless. Upon hearing this, Harold and Fiona's eyes filled with fear, while on the other side, Cumberland, Tang Zhongwu, and Zheng Yu's jaws dropped in surprise and confusion. With an arrogant gaze, Lu Sheng asked how they dared to occupy such high towers and call themselves martial saints. The video. If you guys want to see the next part, then please subscribe our channel, share and like the video. Upon hearing Lu Sheng's words, Cumberland's eyes widened in rage. With a furious expression, he began to stare at Lu Sheng and ask what he had just said. Far from feeling fear or remorse, Lu Sheng placed his hand over his face, started looking at the ground, and began to laugh. He decided it was time to take off the disguise. He got rid of the elegant clothes he had worn to attend the party, revealing his usual attire. Lu Sheng extended his hand toward the Tower of Martial Saints and, with a smile, began to release a powerful energy, ready to fight. Lin Wenwen's mother's attention was fixed on our boy, and her eyes widened in surprise and confusion. She was in shock since she would never have expected that Harold's nephew was actually Lu Sheng in disguise. Our boy's eyes widened with confidence. He concentrated and gathered the power of the immortal cells in his fist. And while he was releasing a powerful energy capable of making even the most powerful warriors fall to their knees, he began to stare at the Martial Saints and with a smile revealed that the first part of his plan was to destroy the tower. Without wasting another second, with a serious gaze, he struck the ground forcefully, breaking it into pieces and causing his energy to begin traveling through it towards the tower. Lu Sheng's attack reached the tower and little by little began to break it. Cumberland's attention was fixed on the energy and his eyes filled with fear, causing his jaw to drop. He panicked and asked everyone to escape quickly. Fiona, who was behind him, placed her hands on her chest and was open-mouthed, not knowing what Lu Sheng was doing. Lu Sheng's attack created a great explosion in the area, destroying the Martial Saints Tower without much effort. Lu Sheng stood up, and just then all the Martial Saints who were inside the tower descended from the sky around our boy. They started staring at him. And despite being surrounded by the most powerful warriors on the planet, our boy remained calm. The Martial Saints Tower had been destroyed, and the explosion had created a great curtain of smoke. From within the curtain of smoke, someone's figure began to emerge. It was Cumberland. His eyes were shining with rage upon seeing that someone had dared to destroy the Tower of the Martial Saints. He began to walk towards our boy, and with a curious expression asked who he really was. Just before Cumberland could finish his sentence, Lu Sheng appeared in front of him and gave him a strong punch in the face. The attack was so fast that poor Cumberland had no time to even react, taking the attack head-on. Lu Sheng's punch had not been a normal attack, but an attack enhanced by the power of immortal cells. His punch was so strong that energy began to emerge from his body, and as for Cumberland, his body was sent flying backward, destroying everything in its path. Lu Sheng's fist was smoking, and his eyes were full of excitement. He began to observe Cumberland and, with an arrogant smile, said that if Cumberland managed to defeat him, he would tell him his name. Lu Sheng's words were a mockery for Cumberland, who quickly started flying towards him. While his eyes were shining with fury and his expression was filled with hatred, he called Lu Sheng a bastard. He was confident that he could handle a spoiled brat like Lu Sheng. But once he got closer, our boy started smiling and, using his power, delivered a strong kick to the chest without even giving him a chance to counterattack. The body of the conceited Cumberland shot into the air. The attention of all the Martial Saints was fixed on it. Their eyes widened in surprise, making their jaws drop. Cumberland, who was in the air, with a furious gaze began to look at the Martial Saints and asked what they were standing there looking at, giving them the order to come help him. Just before he could finish speaking, Lu Sheng moved quickly and with a cold expression, forcefully stepped on Cumberland's head, making his body crash hard against the ground. The Martial Saint who had bandages over his eyes couldn't help but clench his teeth tightly since for him, Lu Sheng was a bastard. The eyes of the Martial Saint with sharp teeth widened in rage. He was furious upon seeing that Cumberland was being trampled. The attention of the Martial Saint with a ponytail was fixed on Lu Sheng, and his eyes widened in confusion. He could not believe what his eyes were seeing. Cumberland was the president of the World Martial Arts Association, the leader of the Western Martial Arts Alliance, and one of the 5 main martial saints in the world. But even so, he could not defeat a young level 8 warrior who had appeared out of nowhere. Everyone was in shock to see that someone as powerful as Cumberland was asking for help from others. After defeating Cumberland, Lu Sheng forcefully stepped on his head and began to observe him in silence. Seeing this, The martial saints clenched their fists tightly and decided to attack together and kill Lu Sheng. They used their powers, causing a powerful blue martial energy to begin emerging from their bodies. They started running towards Lu Sheng. The eyes of the martial saint with a ponytail filled with rage. He clenched his fists tightly and asked Lu Sheng to prepare himself to face the wrath of all the martial saints. The attention of the martial saint with sharp teeth was fixed on the great energy crystal. His eyes widened in surprise, leaving him in shock. The energy crystal began to shine, drawing the attention of the martial saints. Blinded by the desire to obtain the energy crystal, the martial saints who wanted to attack Lu Sheng started running like mad towards the energy crystal. Thinking they should take advantage of this opportunity and seize it while the others were fighting. One of the martial saints reached out his hand to touch the energy crystal, but just then, his hand stopped in place. It was the martial saint with sharp teeth with an enraged expression. He remembered that the spoils only belonged to the winner. He couldn't believe they wanted to break the rules. He filled himself with determination, leaped forward, and using all his power attacked Lu Sheng. But just before his attack could connect, Lu Sheng reacted in time and moved quickly, dodging the attack. Our boy concentrated, and just before the martial saint could react, Lu Sheng attacked and moved like thunder, appearing behind them. The martial saint looked at his chest and saw that he had a large hole. His eyes widened in fear and surprise, not knowing what was happening. Lu Sheng, who was behind him, stood up. In a matter of seconds, several of the martial saints lost their lives, and their bodies fell to the ground. Lu Sheng clenched his fist, turned towards them, and his eyes began to shine with hatred as he realized that these bastards had become stronger through drugs. To him, they were very weak. He started staring at the other martial saints with a murderous expression, making it clear that if any martial saint did not want to follow the rules, they would meet the same fate. Upon hearing this, Harold's eyes widened in surprise, and his jaw dropped. The attention of the mustached martial saint focused on our boy. He was in shock because he didn't know how someone could be so strong. To him, this made no sense, so he asked Harold who the hell Lu Sheng was. Harold looked away, started touching his cheek, and with a nervous expression began to stutter, not knowing what to say. Lu Sheng raised his hand in the air, and while gathering power, he began to observe them and with a serene gaze revealed that this battle would undoubtedly be recorded in history. Using his power, he elegantly moved his hand towards the martial saints, making it clear that in the year 317 of martial arts, on the Blue Star, 21 level 9 experts had fought against the Western Saint on the island of 1,000 saints in the Great Sand Ocean and had ended up completely defeated. Lu Sheng attacked, causing a powerful burst of energy to shoot out from his hand, destroying everything in its path. The attack was so powerful that it split the entire island in half. The martial saints panicked, and using their power, they extended their hands and created a barrier to block the attack. Their eyes widened in confusion, realizing that he had planned to destroy the entire island. While several martial saints were reinforcing the barrier, the muscular martial saint's eyes filled with rage. He began staring intently at Lu Sheng and decided to attack altogether. He used his best technique, called martial manifestation. The others began to observe in silence. They decided not to sit idly by and also manifested their martial energies. The spirit of a woman, of a warrior with a spear, of a powerful being from another dimension, and of a demon emerged from their bodies, releasing an intense energy. The attention of the powerful martial spirits was fixed on Lu Sheng. Any other warrior would have already fallen to their knees, accepting defeat. But Lu Sheng climbed onto the energy crystal and began to observe the spirits in silence. The woman who wore glasses placed her hand on the wall and leaned out. Her gaze fixed on Lu Sheng, realizing who he was. Lin Wanwen, who was hiding behind a rock, placed her hands on her chest and her eyes widened in fear. Dong Shengyi, who was also hiding behind the rock, put his arm in front of his face and his gaze fixed on Lu Sheng. For him, it was not surprising that Lu Sheng had held back against them. He could not believe that the one beating everyone again was Lu Sheng. The eyes of the marshal of the Central District widened in surprise and joy. He couldn't help but smile upon seeing that Harold's nephew was actually the future god of the army. The northern marshal began to observe our boy, clenched his fist, and couldn't help but smile, since for him it made no sense that there was a monster capable of defying the logic of this world. Thinking that only a genius of this caliber deserved to be venerated as a god by the entire army. The eyes of the Marshal of the West filled with surprise. He could not believe that a single man was facing more than 20 martial saints at once. Seeing what Lu Sheng had done, Fiona felt sad and with a confused expression began to wonder why the man she had trusted so much had suddenly changed his appearance and struck her father, only to then fight against all the martial saints. The woman wearing glasses took Fiona by the arm and with a worried gaze suggested leaving this place since it was dangerous. Lu Sheng, who was standing on top of the energy crystal, began to look at the ground in silence. Then he raised his head and his eyes began to shine with excitement, since it had been a long time since they had last seen each other. In front of him was Marshal Saint Tang Zhonghu flying while stroking his beard. Lu Sheng started observing him and asked if he was not going to show his power and if he was going to keep hiding it. Not knowing if he needed to feel pain to give it his all in a fight. Tang Zhonghu did not say a single word. Lu Sheng clenched his fist tightly and his eyes widened with rage. In the 7th tower of the martial saint, he had destroyed countless times the projection of Tang Zhonghu's will, and now he finally had the opportunity to hit him in person. Tang Zhonghu began staring at him intently with a piercing gaze. Then he drew his sword and with a serene expression cut through the air. Then touched the tip of the sword and began to imbue his martial energy into the blade. Then he closed his eyes and concentrated, then raised the sword and placed the tip between his fingers. He prepared to attack, causing an intense glow to begin emerging from it. Tang Zhonghu forcefully swung the sword toward Lu Sheng and used the technique called Mingren. A powerful blue energy began to emerge from the blade, and he started observing our boy in silence. His attack was so powerful that it cut through the sky. The attention of all martial saints was fixed on the bright light in the middle of the sky. Everyone was in shock as they had never seen a similar technique before. The eyes of Lin Wanwan's mother widened with seriousness, realizing that Tang Zhonghu had finally made his move. The invisible cuts with his supreme technique. This is the end of the video. If you guys want to see the next part, the martial saints were inside their martial spirits. The martial saint with a ponytail began to observe Tan Yongyu and his eyes widened in confusion. Tan Yongyu had already made his move but nothing had happened yet. The other martial saints focused and did not lower their guard. Several seconds passed and nothing happened. Lin Wenwen's mother's eyes widened in surprise and fear. She was in shock and was more than sure that Tan Yongyu was using all his strength. Tan Yongyu, who was flying in front of her, began to observe our boy in silence and his body started to release a powerful martial energy. The attention of Lin Wenwen's mother was fixed on him and her eyes expanded in confusion. She was in shock upon seeing that Lu Sheng had forced Tan Yongyu to use all his power. The martial saint's eyes began to shine with hatred. He started staring at our boy with a furious expression and decided it was time to attack using the technique called cutting the sky. He was so furious that thunder began to emerge from his body. Just then, a powerful energy began to descend rapidly from the sky toward our boy. Far from feeling fear or thinking about fleeing, Lu Sheng started observing Tan Yongyu and couldn't help but smile. Realizing that something invisible was approaching. Cutting the sky was one of the most powerful techniques of martial saint Tan Yongyu, but to everyone's surprise, just before the energy slash could reach Lu Sheng, he reacted in time and using only 2 fingers blocked and caught the energy slash. But Tan Yongyu's attack was not like any other because right after blocking it, Lu Sheng began to feel a great pressure on his body, destroying the ground beneath his feet. Our boy lifted his head and focused since he was not going to give up so easily. Using the power of immortal cells, Lu Sheng deflected the energy slash, making it impact forcefully against the ground, creating a great explosion. The martial saint with a ponytail, who was inside his martial spirit, put his arms in front of his face, closed his eyes, and could not help but clench his teeth tightly without knowing what was happening. While the energy of the explosion was dispersing through the area, Lin Wanwan's mother put her arm in front of her face, and her gaze fixed on Lu Sheng. She became confused, and many questions came to her mind as she could not believe that Lu Sheng had blocked the invisible slash. The eyes of our boy began to shine with joy. He turned towards Tan Yong-yu and, with an arrogant smile, mocked him by saying that his attack had some power but was so little that he could not feel anything. At that moment, something in the sky began to crack. It was Tan Yong-yu's invisible slash. Lu Sheng stared at Tan Yong-yu and, with a cold smile, shattered the energy slash into pieces using only 2 fingers, leaving everyone in shock. Seeing this, the martial saint's eyes widened in surprise and confusion, causing his jaw to drop. He was in shock because he couldn't believe that Lu Sheng had been able to block one of his best attacks as if it were nothing. With a smile, Lu Sheng leaped forward and began advancing toward Tan Yong-yu. Then, he clenched his fist tightly, making martial fire emerge from it, and mocked the martial saint by asking why he was so surprised. Tan Yong-yu, who was sunk in his thoughts trying to understand what was happening, came out of his trance and, upon seeing that Lu Sheng was ready to attack, panicked. Just before he could react, Lu Sheng appeared in front of him and gave him a powerful punch in the chest. The attack hit him directly. Tan Yong-yu opened his mouth and began to scream in agony. The attack was so powerful that his body was sent flying backward, creating a curtain of smoke along the way. Lu Sheng's eyes began to shine with excitement. He started to observe Tan Yong-yu and, with an arrogant expression, mocked him, revealing that if he did not use martial manifestation and all his strength now, he would not have another chance to do so, despite having been hit head-on by Lu Sheng's attack. Tan Yong-yu quickly regained his strength and descended to the ground, ready to fight again. His eyes widened in rage and his body began to release martial fire. With a sincere smile he admitted to underestimating Lu Sheng's strength. He extended his hand and began gathering martial fire in his palm. Then, he stomped the ground forcefully and concentrated, causing martial energy to begin emerging from his body, which started to expand throughout the area. His energy had the same pressure as that of a demon. Demon eyes appeared in the sky, and Tan Yong-yu decided it was time to show the world his true power. In an instant, his energy expanded across the entire island, the attention of the martial saints fixed on him, and their eyes filled with fear, making their jaws drop. Everyone was in shock upon seeing that Tan Yong-yu was capable of controlling the immense power of heaven and earth. Tan Yong-yu used his best technique, causing his martial energy to begin forming a great tornado. Several seconds later, the blade of a powerful martial sword began to emerge from the tornado. A giant sword made of martial fire appeared in the sky, releasing an energy capable of making even the strongest tremble with fear. The attention of Harold and the other martial saints was fixed on the sword, and their eyes widened in surprise, leaving them speechless. Compared to the martial sword, the martial saints looked like ants. This was the martial manifestation of the martial saint of the East. Its height reaching more than 14 meters, being more powerful than that of Cumberland, one of the 5 most powerful martial saints on the planet. The eyes of one of the martial saints widened in confusion and frustration. He began to observe the sword and could not help but feel furious as he remembered that Tan Yong-yu had only been at level 9 for less than 20 years. He was in shock, not knowing how his martial manifestation could be so terrifying. The attention of the martial saint who was beside him focused on Tan Yong-yu, and it did not take long for him to realize why Cumberland wanted to recruit Tan Yong-yu as vice president of the Martial Arts Association. The eyes of Lin Wanwan's mother widened in surprise and fear. She was petrified. Despite both being martial saints of the Dragon Realm, she had no idea that Tan Yong-yu's strength had already reached such a level. Tan Yong-yu's body, who was flying in the sky, began to release evil energy. He put one arm behind his back, extended his hand, and with a confident expression said that his martial will was like a knife destined to cut everything. Lu Sheng, who had his hands inside the pockets of his pants, began to gaze at the ground in silence, without saying a single word. Tan Yongyu extended his hand towards the sky, and while controlling the martial sword, with a smile he revealed that he knew Lu Sheng wanted to use the martial saints to become stronger. With a grateful expression, he thanked our boy since he had the feeling that after this battle he would undoubtedly become stronger than everyone else. He moved his hand toward Lu Sheng and decided it was time to put an end to this combat. The martial sword began to release a powerful evil energy and started to fall upon Lu Sheng. Many warriors would have already given up, knowing there was no way to face Tan Yongyu's power, but Lu Sheng was different. As the powerful sword slowly approached, he remained calm and did not even move a single finger. As the debris floated, Lu Sheng began to observe Tan Yongyu and, with a smile, mocked him by saying that he had seen a sword flash 10,000 times brighter than his. Lu Sheng's eyes began to shine with excitement. He clenched his fist tightly, and while gathering the power of the martial cells, with a penetrating gaze he decided to use the technique of the 5 fists. The martial sword descended forcefully upon Lu Sheng, creating a great wave of energy and a flash. The energy from the clash was so powerful that it gradually began to destroy the ground. The wave of energy caused the weaker martial saints to fall backward onto the ground, while on the other hand, the others put their arms in front of their faces. No one could believe that Tan Yongyu had so much power. The energy began to disperse everywhere, and not far from them was Lin Wanwan's mother. She also put her arms in front of her face to avoid being blinded by the flash, clenched her teeth, and felt worried, thinking that Lu Sheng had lost. Several seconds later, once the curtain of smoke disappeared, Lu Sheng could be seen standing as if nothing had happened. With his fist colliding against the tip of the martial sword, our boy focused and began gathering all his energy into his fist, making thunder emerge. Even though the martial sword was one of the most powerful techniques, it was no match for Lu Sheng's. Our boy counterattacked, causing the blade of the martial sword to gradually start cracking. Not long after, the most powerful attack of the martial saint Tan Yongyu shattered into pieces and began to fall to the ground. The martial saint, whose clothes were full of scratches, emerged from the sword and with a confused expression wondered why Lu Sheng was so strong. Lu Sheng did not respond. Tan Yongyu's eyes turned white. He opened his mouth and began to speak, cursing Lu Sheng under his breath. Not long after, he lost consciousness and his body fell from the sky until it sank into the sea. It had already gotten dark. Lu Sheng, who was on the shore, turned towards the water and began to observe it in silence. His eyes filled with joy. Then he turned around and with a smile asked if Tan Yongyu really believed that he was worthy of using the martial saints to become stronger. Not far from the area were the martial saints. Their attention was fixed on our boy. Awe in their eyes widened in surprise and fear, leaving them speechless. Everyone was in shock and confusion upon seeing that Tan Yongyu had also been defeated. Lu Sheng began to fly until he descended in front of them. Our boy started walking towards them and asked them to prepare themselves. The martial saint stood up and began to observe him in silence. Lu Sheng's eyes widened with arrogance and with a smile he mocked them. He began to stare at the martial saints and made it clear that he was not going to let them just watch the spectacle. The muscle martial saint became furious, appeared behind Lu Sheng, jumped up, and with an angry expression, prepared to attack, telling him not to be so arrogant since after all, they were also martial saints. Seeing that the fish had taken the bait, Lu Sheng couldn't help but smile. Just before the martial saint could attack, Lu Sheng started looking at the ground and with a smile, punched him in the chin, sending his body flying backward. The eyes of our boy began to shine with joy. He turned around and with a smile revealed that he was going to give them a beating. Without wasting another second, he approached the other martial saints, grabbed one of them by the collar, and with a furious expression punched the other, making his body crash forcefully against the ground. Despite being martial saints, they were no opponents for a monster like Lu Sheng. This is the end of the video. If you guys want to see the next part, to watch this video please subscribe our channel, like and share the video. Thank you for watching the full video.